What's going on, guys? It's Caleb, or as most of you know me, ESK Famous, and I am doing my first YouTube video. Well, my first and probably my last, or my only YouTube video, seeing as this is a rage blog. Today, most of you might know him as Obi-Wan Wiggy, however you know him, issued a challenge and pretty much said that anybody that could get an L86 Moab with speed and silencer on it would be doing a dual comp with him tonight. And me naturally being a good friend of Wiggy decided to take this challenge. I hopped on Modern Warfare 3 and I proceeded to go into free for all. Didn't have much luck in free for all, and then I went into 2v2s. I had a buddy with me, a good friend of mine, always run 2v2s, we never lose. I have a pretty good idea of how these maps work. We have map control and know how to use it to our advantage. So my friend was, doing call-outs. We would kill somebody, get the spawn, call it out. He would just, watch them, see where they were going, pretty much letting me get the kills so I could get this Moab and we wouldn't have to play the game anymore because, let's face it, nobody can play Modern Warfare 3 for so long without raging, without getting mad, without just being fed up with it. Well, 22 kills later, I still haven't died, going on a good little streak. I got 2 kills left, feeling pretty good, but I'm not going to rush, and I'm not going to, break our map control that we have. One person quits, so we're trying to hold off a little, let this other guy, do his thing. That way he doesn't quit as well, because with being 2 kills off, I'm trying to get this Moab. But we have no idea where this guy is. Can't find him, looking all around. We've checked all the spawns. We're not trying to push into the back of the map, seeing as it's just such an easy target for us to get hit. Well, a few minutes later, the guy finds me. Watch the kill cam, and I see this guy crawling to a corner, pops up behind a rock, and kills me. I then go back to theater mode and watch it afterwards. This guy spawns and crawls on his stomach from his spawn all the way across the map until he gets to us and kills me. That's just outrageous to me, His sole intention, I watched theater mode, I went back, he saw where my friend was, he saw exactly where he was, but he knew that he was the one calling people out, he knew that he wasn't killing anybody, so he just let him go. He kept going until he finally found me. His sole intention was to make sure that I didn't get the Moab, to ruin my good time, pretty much. And I feel like this is sad. If you didn't want to get mobbed that bad, why not just leave the game? If it's that much of an issue with you, why not leave the game? Instead, he decided to play, to be blunt, like a bitch. He wanted to crawl on his stomach across the entire map just in order to get this one kill. Call of Duty is, Call of Duty is Call of Duty. You're going to have your bullshit. You're going to have your times where you're going to get outplayed over, lag, connection, somebody sitting in a corner. That's fine. Some people don't know how to do anything else besides sit in a corner. They don't play this game often. They don't play this game seriously. They don't know what they're doing. They don't care. As long as they kill somebody, they're happy. This guy wasn't like that. He ran around, he, challenged fights, and he lost. And when he saw that, he was going to get outplayed and he was going to continue to get outplayed, then he resorted to playing like an absolute bitch. And, I never got that. When I first started Call of Duty back in Black Ops, I was horrible. I ran around, I got my ass whooped. But I didn't proceed to throw on ghosts, sit in a corner of a motion sensor. I got on YouTube, I watched people do really well, I watched gameplays, I watched competitive play, and I learned, and I got better, and I proceeded to, slowly get the hang of the game until I got to where I am today. Maybe it's because I've played baseball for so many years, maybe it's because I'm just a competitive in nature, but I just don't get why people, resort to that. Like, I don't understand pretty much what it is that people how they think about things like this. I don't understand the mentality of kids these days. If I can't win, then I'll just resort to playing like a bitch. And that's fine. If you have to play like a bitch to win, that's fine, but to ruin someone's good time intentionally. Just your sole motive was to ruin somebody's good time. I just don't understand that. Like, what is your point? But I mean, I don't know what else to say. That is my point. You know, if your sole intention is to ruin somebody's good time, then you're one of the biggest reasons that this game and this series is going downhill. You know, we have these kids that are going to continue to buy it every year, and you know, if the majority of the people are playing defensive, I'm going to stop saying like a bitch. If the majority of people are playing defensive, they're not, you know, really pushing themselves to learn the game, then what's going to make these other kids want to learn? What's going to make them play? You know, each year it gets worse and worse, and, you know, we got to set an example. You know, young kids, they're easily swayed, they're easily, you know, influenced. Why can't we influence them to play better? Why, you know, we have these gameplays of people on YouTube where it's just complete spawn traps, and then you got one person running around in a spawn getting a massive gameplay, and everyone thinks it's amazing. But if you know, the kids actually understood what's happening, and then when they do understand what's happening, then they try and recreate that, then it's not any fun. You know, you ever go into ground war or 6v6 and you play against a full team of people who just decide to tack insert a spawn, sit around a spawn, and they don't move an entire game. You know, where's the competitiveness in that? Where's the sportsmanship in playing like that? There is none. And I just really feel like, you know, Call of Duty could be a competitive game. It could be, you know, a sportsman-like game, but it's not going to be anytime soon. Not when, you know, they allow people, they give people the opportunities, you know, such as Dead Silence, well, not Dead Silence anymore, but Sitrep Pro, Blind Eye, and Assassin all can be ran at the same time. Then you can throw a motion sensor and sit in a corner. You know, when you give people the tools to play like this, they are going to continue to play like this. Dead Man's Hand is a perfect example. Why not use Dead Man's Hand? If they're getting smacked around, they know they're going to die 6 times in a row, they're on Dead Man's Hand and get a cheap kill out of it. They see nothing wrong with that. But that's just the mentality of these kids, and, you know, I hope that Death Streaks won't return in Black Ops 2. I pray that, you know, competitive players have really influenced Vaughn when it comes to, you know, just the mechanics and how the game plays, and I hope for the best. But I feel like I'm not really going anywhere else with this vlog, and my point is across. If you guys agree with me, you agree with me. If you don't, well, sucks. Everyone has their opinions. Anyway, guys, have a great day, and peace out.